What's the word? What's the word? I'm JJ, and if you're watching this, yes, you. Don't look away. I'm looking at you. Good things are going to happen for you. So, my New Year's resolution was to start a music review channel. I realized because of the social media era, there's so much music out there that it's impossible for anyone to keep up with every track. But that's where I come in. Lucky you. So, this is how it's going to go. I will leave links in the description below, and you just click on it, and boom. It's that simple. Alright, so my first review ever, kicking off the new channel, will be BLXCKIE. All the way from South Africa, my boy BLXCKIE dropped For Love 2. For Love 2 became the first hip-hop album by a South African artist in 2026 to stay in the top 10 of the South African Apple Music album chart for 11 consecutive days following its release. Right. Most of you are like, who's BLXCKIE? Man, BLXCKIE, if you into melodic rap, like rap singing, yeah, he's your guy, like chill beats. Yeah, he's your guy, he's definitely your guy. So anyways, this project was released on February 13, 2026. Right, and right now it's consistently ranked amongst the most streamed albums in South Africa, debuting at number 3 on the Apple Music album chart. Okay. Alright. Right, so my best tracks. Let me just 8 tracks. There are 8 tracks on the album. 8 tracks. Which is good for me because I do not like albums which have 20 plus tracks. I get ear fatigue and I don't like that. But anyways, BLXCKIE dropped 8 tracks. So that's a thumbs up for me. Because, I got things to do. I can't be listening, to you the whole day. Anyways, drop 8 tracks. His best tracks so far, for me, Alupeli, featuring Young Stunner. Now, Young Stunner comes with the bars, bruh. And the beat, and plus also BLXCKIE's also melodic rap singing, man. It was such a masterpiece. It was, 2 styles which complemented each other perfectly. The second track, Here and Now, man, Here and Now is man, Here and Now is my second favorite track on the album. And Mbuzo must be the third. Together is the fourth. Uxabana is I think it's the fifth. Yeah, so 5 out of 8 is not bad. The other 3 tracks, they were mid, but 5 out of 8 isn't bad. The only weak points I would say with this album is with BLXCKIE, man, he's always rapping about love, so it's nothing new. So the only weak points was he just stayed true to himself. He didn't go outside of his own box. He stayed within his own limitations, within his own strengths. Didn't really experiment much. He just kept it the way he has always been keeping it. So, which is good and which is also bad, because sometimes people can get bored with your sound, and sometimes they can appreciate that you're still remaining true to it. So in this case, it's not really a weak point, because you really can't give anyone a 10 out of 10 in life. So I was just here, just also reaching, for straws. But essentially, the album really doesn't have any weak points, bar those 3 tracks. But those 3 tracks, maybe for some reason I just wasn't feeling them, but they're equally good tracks. But the best tracks that I've just mentioned, man, they'll take you wherever you want to go. So that's my only weak points about the album, that sounds like BLXCKIE. Alright, so this is how we're gonna break down like the album. Every time I'm doing a music review, I'm gonna be breaking down albums via 4 categories: vocals, lyrics, production, and features. So vocals, BLXCKIE, for vocals, they were strong, they were consistent, still sounded the same. If you're a BLXCKIE fan, you know what you're getting. So in that regard, vocals, 5 thumbs up. Lyrics were not surface level. They were not flexing. He was actually being vulnerable, talking about love, well written, not bad. I'll give the lyrics a 4 thumbs up. Production, now I've always said, all the albums and all the singles I'm going to review on this channel, the production is going to be top tier. I am a firm believer that if you're an artist, one of the main things you must have going on for yourself, even if you can't rap or can't sing, is production. So, and I know I'm going to come across an artist this year on this channel who's got whack production, but that's for down the road. For now, production on BLXCKIE, did it carry the album? Did the production carry the album? Or was it average? The production was actually on point. Production was actually on point. I was satisfied with the beat selection. I was satisfied with how the tracks interchanged and looped into one another. I was for production, man, didn't carry the album. I think what carried the album was the vocals and the lyrics, and the production was just like a bonus, like a cherry on top, if you know what I'm saying. So the production, I'll give it a 5 thumbs up. Now features. Ooh yeah. Did the features outperform the artist? No. The features, I like the features that he had, especially the Young Stunner feature. He chose an artist who compliments him, and voila. Alupele is one of his best tracks featuring Young Stunner, and that's also one of my favorites, man. I play that, I bang that every day. Every day when I wake up, every 5 minutes, it's on repeat, man. That's a heavy track for me, man. That's like one of my go-tos for 2026 when I'm hitting the gym or I'm just walking about. So yeah. So the features, in my opinion, he chose the right features, even though there's only maybe 1 or 2 or 3, some artists that we don't know, but he chose the right vocals, the right vibe, the right people who matched his energy. So in that regard, man, the features, man, I'll give it a 5 thumbs up. And my final verdict for this album, is it a classic? No. Because a classic you can put in a time capsule, open it up 50 years later, and it still sounds as good as the songs playing in that day. So for me, is it a classic? No, it's not a classic. Not quite. But it is a great album. It is a great album. Don't get me wrong. It's a great album, man. It's not trash. It's a great album. It's one of those albums where you can play the first track and just let it play. So if you want to be cooking and cleaning, or just chilling with your boys, or just smoking your reefer or smoking gas, just chilling with your girl, it's that type of vibe, man. So I highly recommend, if you're also into chill hip-hop, R&B, chill hip-hop, singing, what, man, this is your guy, man. All the way from South Africa, man. This album, for me, was a 5 thumbs up. Didn't find no weak points in it. I was thoroughly impressed. And I'll rate this project a solid out of 10. I'll give it an 8. I'll give it an 8. You see, it's a strong addition to his catalog. It's one of his best works. So I'll give it an 8. So anyways, that was a review for Love 2. If you haven't heard it, or if you have heard it, give it a thumbs up, like and subscribe. The links will all be in the description, so you can just go ahead and click on that. Okay. So before I head out, what do you think about the album if you've heard it? If you haven't heard it, take a listen to it. Go down in the comment section and let me know if I was tripping or if I missed something. But I know I didn't. Peace, YouTube. Catch you on the next one.